Hello Taurus, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awaken Healings with Jess. I'm here to give you your mid-month check-in for the month of June. This is going to be a general reading, so this will be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Just don't try and force any timelines or storylines into what's going on with you. All right? So before we get started, I'd like to invite you to join me in creating sacred space. Take some nice cleansing, healing breaths. Let's check in. Let's connect. Here we go. Okay, great. Thank you. Oops. Put this over here. Okay, so just kind of setting myself up. So we are in Gemini season, and yeah, we've got the full moon in Sagittarius happening on the 17th, so coming up here shortly. Sagittarius full moon is all about expansion, self-expansion, which is right along with what we've been working on over the past 6 months. We've ended some major cycles, some major timelines. We set our intentions back in January of 2019 for what we'd like to manifest for this year. We're in the middle of the year, so this is the perfect time to check in and kind of see how we're doing. April was a big month. It was spring cleaning our lives. We were gifted with a Libra full moon cycle between March and April, where it really forced us to examine our relationships in our lives, family members, friends, co-workers, romantic partners, and it was sort of like a who gets to stay and who has to go. So sorry, that was all part of the process. It was all part of the major cycle we ended. All of us have ended cycles, and we should all be now starting our new cycles. I feel like a lot of us, we've done the purging, we've done the cleansing, we've tied everything up, and now it's time to get on with our lives. And Gemini season is the perfect energy for that. Gemini is about communication, new ideas, intellectual thought, and it's helping us get clear with what we want to manifest. And the way manifestation works is we have to be clear with our intentions. That way the universe is like, yep, got it. Hear it, understood, here it comes, right? All right, so I just did a 3-card shuffle. This is the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck. I pulled out three theme cards. I don't know why I can't talk. 3 theme cards for the next couple of weeks for you to consider. First up is fear. Some of you may be resisting the changes that are happening, perhaps. Maybe some of you are fearful of maybe it's a good fear. Maybe it's like a nervous fear of like, the nervous excitement about what's coming in, because we have the solstice happening on the 21st of June. That day we also start Cancer season, and then July 2nd is the solar eclipse. So we have big energy helping us, empower our goals, empower our dreams, empower our intentions, so that way we can manifest them once this energy cycle hits. After July 2nd, it's gonna get real interesting. But right now, the month of June is all about ourselves. It's all about preparing us for this next exciting cycle in our lives. We're healing our hearts. I know that can't happen overnight, but as we're healing, we can still be excited about the new, right? So I feel like this is what this fear card is coming in for. It's just personal fear, and maybe it's like a little bit of that nervous energy. Fruition reversed. I think what's happening, or maybe this is suggesting that if you hang on to fear, you're not going to be able to realize your goals and dreams. They won't come into fruition. You're blocking the fruition of abundance. So no more fear. No more fear, Taurus. No, life is too good. It's going to get amazing. So get excited, because new beginnings are on the way, and I feel like the reversals are either one, you're very nervous and fearful, and you're you were maybe comfortable in previous lifestyles or previous patterns. But just know this, know that right now with the Sagittarius full moon coming up and Jupiter going home into Capricorn, those two energies are all about expansion, self-expansion, self-growth. You can't go back to something you broke out of. You outgrew that pattern. You outgrew that behavior. You outgrew that lifestyle. You can't go back to the past. I'm sorry, Taurus. The universe is saying you gotta grow, you gotta up level, and be excited about it because it's gonna be amazing. Okay, so don't resist. Don't resist. It's all good. Okay, so up next, what I'm going to do for you, this is a new tarot deck I'm using, and let me just check in with the name. This is the Mystic Dreamer Tarot, and I'm feeling called this time around to do Celtic crosses, okay? It's going to take me a little while to shuffle, just because it requires a minimum of 10 cards. So normally I do a 5-card spread, and I like to use the Osho Zen Tarot, but these cards have been very interesting for me recently, so I feel compelled and I feel called to let you all experience them. Let me just move this, create some space. Okay. But as I'm shuffling, because it will take me a minute, lots of new growth, lots of new expansion, lots of abundance is coming in for us. You just have to get into alignment with yourselves. Get excited about the opportunities. You know, I know a lot of us ended big cycles. We had to release people in our lives, even me. I'm not exempt for any of this. But it's time. It's time to do it. The planets. Sorry about that. I had an interruption, so I'm going to kind of pick up where I left off again. And I believe I was talking about just the new opportunities that are coming our way and the fact that we're ending big cycles and starting new ones. We have large planetary movements that are occurring that are helping assist this transition and are energizing the transition. It's just the cycle of life that we're in right now. But, you know, get excited about what's coming ahead. Like I said, I may be repeating myself, and I'm sorry about that, but we've got, you know, the solstice energy and the solar eclipse energy that's coming through for us. So between now and early July, the next 2 weeks or so, yeah, really hunker down and really think about what you want your new life to look like. You know, your theme cards just kind of suggested that there's a bit of fear and apprehension and nervousness, you know, surrounding some of these changes. And, you know, I get it. Change is never good. Change is never easy. But it's for the best, you know. This is how we grow. This is how we evolve as human beings. And this is how we become our best selves, you know. We can't expect to grow and up level if everything's always the same, right? We need something that's going to challenge us and, you know, to make us think about what's working for us and what isn't, and then say, okay, you know what? I can't do that anymore. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it makes sense. All right, so we've got your spread, your Celtic card spread set up. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Cups. This is, sometimes this could be the card of illusion. This could also be the card of many choices. So I feel like, Taurus, that you're going through, like I said, you're going through a cycle, but you're trying to decide what you want. And in these cards, you have, in the 7 of Cups, you have various cups filled with treasures, money, jewelry, you know, things symbolizing wealth, health, and abundance. You also have cards that are toxic, poison, maybe filled with a serpent. So you're trying to choose which card you want to drink from, because you only want to choose the good cups. You don't want to choose a cup where you're going to poison yourself or bring negative energy towards yourself. So really this is a card of illusion, because right now it looks like there's so much in front of you and you may be overwhelmed with trying to decide what you want in your life, what cups you want to select for you in this next chapter, okay? So that's what's going on with your reading. That's the bottom of the deck. Central to you is you have a lot of sword energy. So central is the Two of Swords reversed, which makes sense, you know, given that you have the Seven of Cups, because Two of Swords reversed is about you. Maybe you're struggling with a decision to make. You know, you have a big decision to make, maybe a decision or two or three. Regardless, it's not coming easy for you. Which way you want to go is not coming easy for you. You may either be avoiding it altogether and just like, nope, I don't want to deal with it, I can't right now, or you may be in information overload that you're just feeling overwhelmed, that you just cannot. You know, that information overload is essentially paralyzing you from seeing a clear path in which way to go. So when this comes in, this is all about just taking a step back and trying to gain that clarity and that groundedness that you need to make clear decisions on what needs to be made. Meditate, pray upon it, journal. Maybe journal what's going on, what are the issues that you're struggling with, and what are the issues that require a resolution or a solution. And maybe map it out, pros and cons, and, you know, just kind of figure out what is going to be in your best alignment for you, right? So I think it's going to take some strategy, some analysis, some effort to really examine what the issues are and the choices you need to make. I mean, really do a pros and cons list. I think that's the only way you can get through this, you know, especially if you're dealing with information overload. But regardless, a decision does have to be made. Crossing this is the Five of Swords, right? So this is conflict, arguments. Yeah, this is a card of fighting. So I don't know if some of you are fighting legal battles, or if you're fighting a work situation, or if this is a family decision that needs to be made, or if you're in a relationship and, you know, something happened and you and your partner aren't getting along and you're fighting. But this is conflict. And what the message of this card is saying is, you know, it's not about being right, and it's not about having to win the battle. It doesn't matter. Just think about what it is that you're fighting about. Think about what the conflict really means. And it may require you to say, you know what, I'm going to take my sword, I'm going to walk away. It's not worth it, you know, for me to win this battle. Because if you are trying to win the battle, it may be costing you a heck of a lot more in order to do so for that victory. Maybe you're going to lose a friendship. Maybe you're going to destroy a relationship with an important family member. Maybe you're going to destroy this romantic relationship beyond repair. So really dig deep, you know, because you have, this is what's central to your reading is the Two of Swords, and this is what's crossing you. You have to make a decision, and you can't right now because I think you're too fixated on being right. And the message here is it worth it to be right? Or is it worth it to be able to, you know what? We're going to have to agree to disagree. I am no longer interested in fighting with you, in arguing with you. You know, the nexus of this conversation or the heart of the matter is not worth me losing you. So these are some of the things that you need to think about as you move forward within the next few weeks. Okay, bottom of the deck, well, at the foundation of all of this is the Five of Cups reversed. So this is hurting you. This is breaking your heart. Five of Cups, you're sad. This has you distraught. This has you in your emotions. you're very conflicted about what is being argued or challenged. Yeah, this is not easy for you, Taurus. It's not. But you have, two cups behind you. Because I think what's happening, and with the symbolism of this card, is you're crying over the three, spilled cups in front of you, and that's the conflict. That's what's in front of you right now. But behind you are two more cups, right? And these could be the two cups that you're selecting from the Seven of Cups from the bottom of the deck. Because right now, this is what's going on. Overall, you're trying to make a decision that's right for you. Do you release the person? Do you keep them in your life? If you keep them, what's that going to cost you? Will you essentially be drinking from a cup of poison? If you release them, will that allow you to drink from a cup of abundance and fulfillment? So these are the things that you need to think about right now. That's kind of what's going on energetically. King of Pentacles. Perhaps you're dealing with an earth sign. Another earth sign. I mean, Taurus, this is your reading. Maybe you're dealing with another Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Perhaps this is a message of you trying to get grounded, to return to the King of Pentacle type energy, to really get grounded, to really understand the crux of this conversation, the crux of this challenge, the crux of this argument, and to attack it or to solve it from a place that's realistic and that's tangible. You have earth, you have air energy at the center of your reading. What's going on? It's kind of a fairly balanced reading. I'm seeing some pentacles, I'm seeing cups, I'm seeing air. Yeah, no, nothing really talking about like, no element that's really dominating your reading, and it's a little bit of everything. So I feel like once you step into your King of Pentacle energy, maybe tap into your divine masculine energy, even feminines, if you're a feminine watching this, tap into your divine masculine energy, because I think that's going to help you ground yourself to really approach this situation, this conflict, from a place of realistic expectations, and to understand, how this can be worked out and solved. So that's what we've got going on. Coming up in your immediate future is it's going to work itself out. You've got the Three of Cups. This is a card of celebration. There's also a cup of, this is a card of friendships, support, community. It's a happy card. I feel like in order for you all to navigate your way through this conflict, I think you're looking for your soul tribe. I think you're relying on your soul tribe or your friends or your family, but you do have support around you, and you're gonna get through this, Taurus. This is also a card of saying keep it light, keep things a little bit playful, and don't forget to laugh. Even in the face of difficulties and obstacles and challenges, don't forget to laugh, all right? Because we're in Gemini season, and we've got a lot of cool things coming up ahead of us. Like I keep saying, we've got the solstice and you've got the solar eclipse, and it's big energy, and you want to make sure that you're in a place energetically aligned with what's coming in, and that you're manifesting your biggest hopes and dreams, and that they come in for you clearly and correctly, all right? So crowning the reading is Six of Cups, and this is you reminiscing about the past, the good times, how things used to be. It's fine to take a walk down memory lane, but you can't get stuck there. You can't get stuck and say, I wish things were like that. I want to go back to that, because that's no longer going to serve you. The past is in the past, it's behind you. You can remember the good times, and you can remember the good times with that person or group of people, whatever it is that you're working through, but you can't dwell and you can't attach yourself. You just have to say, all right, that was a great time in my life. Wish them well, send them off with love and light, onward and upward with myself. And if this persons or groups, reappear in your new life later, then so be it, because maybe their energy will match your new energy. But this is a card of remembering the past. So with that, this is you. You're making a decision to walk away. You're struggling with it. You haven't decided what you want to do because it's reversed. And I think you're delaying that decision, but you have to walk away. You're ultimately going to make that decision to say, you know what, these 8 cups in front of me, they're no longer serving me. They served me well once upon a time. However, they are not enough to serve me well in my future. And this is a card of a woman turning her back on the 8 of Cups and going in search of her 9th cup. And I feel like, Taurus, this is the journey for you. You have your support system here to help you do that, to help you get through this tough decision. But it's reversed. I feel like you're in denial. It's fear-based energy, and you're blocking the new beginnings that are coming in. And, you know, you're going to either delay or postpone or completely withhold fruition of your manifestations. Okay, so get into alignment, get grounded, and understand that this is in your best interest, is to walk away from situations or people that are no longer serving your highest good. Your environment is the 2 of Pentacles, which is not surprising. Your environment is letting you know that you have decisions to make. And I mean, you've got it right here, 2 of Swords reversed. This is you. This is you central to your reading. Either at a stalemate, or you're delaying a decision, or in denial that you need to make decisions, or you don't want to do it, or you're in information overload that is preventing you from making a clear-cut decision on which way to go. But your environment, the energy is the 2 of Pentacles. This is about you realigning your priorities. This is about you redefining what those priorities are and ensuring that you're only tackling what is immediately required right now, and that you're not worrying about little things that can be dealt with at a later time or dropped off or give it to someone else to handle. But this is about you prioritizing yourself and really getting into alignment with, okay, this is the no shit stuff that needs to be done. I gotta handle this. The rest of it doesn't matter. And make sure you're prioritizing yourself and that you're prioritizing your self-care. Hopes and fears. You have the 3 of Swords in your hopes and fears. So I'm seeing this a couple of ways. You're dealing with a broken heart. You're probably dealing with a third-party situation. And I think that's the crux of what you're thinking about, of how to move forward. Do you go with the divorce? Do you stay and work it out? Is the relationship salvageable? What happened? What caused the third-party situation? So I think these are the things that are going through your minds, Taurus, whomever this is resonating with. Because this is heartbreak. This is grief. This is sorrow. So in a non-romantic relationship, this can be interference, okay? A third party is interfering in your life. Maybe this is a business deal. Maybe you had an agreement between you and another company or you and another business, and now a third business is coming in or a third party is coming in to muck it up. Okay, it could be that. It could be that maybe a family member or a friend is interfering in your personal life. Maybe they're sticking their nose where it doesn't belong, and it's creating chaos. It's creating problems for you. Okay? So this is in your hopes and fears section of your reading. But I do get the sense that it is something else, a third entity that is coming in that is throwing off your balance. And there's different scenarios and different ways of looking at this. Again, this is general reading, so whatever's going on in your life is, you know, will kind of determine which situation or scenario kind of fits this narrative. Your outcome is the Sun reversed. The Sun's going to come out. It is. Once you're able to get a handle on your decisions. Once you figure out which way you're going to go. Once you figure out a solution for you. Right now, the sun is reversed just because there's so many unknowns and different variables going on right now in your life. But once you take care of that and you tie up this third-party situation, again, it could be a family member, it could be a business partner, or it could be betrayal in a romance. And you figure out how you're going to move forward, and you make the decision to walk away. It's reversed, so there's a lot of hesitation, there's a lot of fear, there's just a lot of doubt. Once all these go upright, the sun will shine brightly on you. Okay? And like I said, I keep talking about the solstice, I keep talking about the solar eclipse. Just harness that energy, you know, tap into it, because it's going to help you just gain clarity of thought, heart, and mind on how you want to proceed. So that's what I have for you for the Celtic cross. I'm going to pull from the, these are the Sacred Rebels Oracle. We have time to do it. My previous readings, the Celtic cross went a little long, so it just kind of depends on what's going on, and what messages are coming through, but I have time to use these. And I feel like this will be a good deck to pull from. Yeah, first out is Shock of the New. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I do definitely get the sense that you are in a state of shock, perhaps. You're in a state of overwhelm. And you're in a state of just chaos, you know, just trying to get a handle on your emotions. But yeah, so Shock of the New came in reversed. So I feel like you're definitely struggling with this new development, this new piece of information that you may have recently received, because it does feel fresh. It feels fresh, like you're just dealing with this within the past week or two. Okay, but you have the visions of life beyond death, so your spirit guides are with you, Taurus. They're here guiding you, they're here letting you know that the answers are within, and you know what to do. So be the hunter, not the hunted. Yeah, it's kin in reverse, so this is about you being out of your power source and your power center, and this card is telling you, go after what you know is right and go after what you want. Be the hunter of your life. So this is about self-empowerment. So I'm going to pull from the, Pure Love Oracle. This is just a couple of messages between the Divine Masculine and Feminine. Ooh, everything is flying out of my hands. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can get some clarity on the situation. It may be the situation, or it may be some couples that I'm tapping into. Again, this is general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So be sure you check out those other signs as well in case the messages today, are not resonating with you. Okay. All right, so masculine is saying, it is perfect timing for us now, but I'm not open to love. Okay, and feminine is saying, I am open to love, and I'm sending you messages and signs. So immediately what popped into my head, because this kind of confused me a little bit, was kind of create some space here. I have a whole bunch of cards out on the table. I want to make sure I can see your Celtic cross clearly. So it's immediately jumping out at me, and at first I was confused because it was like, it's perfect timing, but I'm closed off. And then it's like, I am open to love, and I'm sending you messages. So I feel like this couple, whomever this is for, is out of union, and that you've been out of union for a while. And, excuse me, feminine is open to love, and she's sending her masculine these messages and signs, and she's doing it through the 5D connection. It's interesting that the masculine would say that it is perfect timing for them, that he's just not open. So I'm getting the sense that it's perfect timing to maybe do a check-in and maybe have a conversation about what transpired and what happened, and to determine if this relationship is salvageable and is worth a reunion later down the road, maybe fall, winter time frame, just because he's not open. And I don't know what happened here to cause the the separation. It could be the Three of Swords scenario. It could be that. It could be something else. It could maybe just be an exchange of words, you know, disagreements, maybe being in different places in your lives to where it was a difference of opinion and you had no choice but to split. But I get the sense that this is not something that's going to enter union anytime soon. I think there's a lot of work that still needs to be done, and your masculine is clearly not open to love right now, but I do think he would be open to at least a check-in conversation. Okay? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love Oracle and see if we can get anything to come through and see if there's any further clarification. So you got 2 for the feminine. So for masculine, he got the Burning Hero card. I feel like this is fire energy. And I feel like what's going on with the masculine is that he's working on himself. He knows that he's not open to love right now, and he may be open to a clarifying conversation, but I think that's it. I think he's going after his truth. I think he's up-leveling himself. He's redefining who he is, and he's coming into alignment with his hopes and dreams. I think what's happening is that he's really evaluating whether or not his new life will include you. Doesn't mean that it won't, doesn't mean that it will, but he's definitely examining that question. Yeah, it's just fire energy, and it's an energy of inspiration and motivation and creativity. So for feminine, you have the Earth Angel, and then you have the Dream a Little card. Okay? And I feel like with both these cards, you know, this is about you getting grounded. Tap into that Taurian energy, your earth energy. You all are earth signs. And I feel like you're out of your element. So this is telling you to get grounded in your earth energy and to start dreaming, you know. Start thinking about your new life and the possibility of not including this masculine. You know, think about it. I don't advocate waiting. You know, I don't ever advocate waiting around for someone. You can hold space for them, absolutely. You can continue to send them love and light, but you can't attach to them. You can't hope and wait, because hope is also fear-based energy. It's hoping that what you want, the vision that you're attached to, is going to crystallize. If that's what you're doing, you're hindering the process. You're hindering your manifestation process. Hold space for this person, but keep yourself open to new opportunities. Accept that coffee date. Go out socially with friends. Be open to, you know, accepting new friendships. And you never know. You never know who you're going to meet or who you're going to encounter. And you may find someone who's amazing. You know, not saying that this person isn't amazing. It's just that maybe they can't be with you right now, and there's someone better for you who's a better fit that's coming in for you in your near future, who may bring you that love, joy, and happiness that you seek. So really examine why you all are in separation. If this is a twin flame situation, just know that twins do have free will, and you don't have to be with them in this lifetime. Maybe you came together for a time period in this lifetime. Doesn't always mean that you're going to be together forever. in this lifetime. It really depends on what's going on in the situation. But get clear and get honest with yourself so you can move forward and heal. So I'm going to end with some messages from the archangels. We'll see what's coming through. And as I'm shuffling, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to all my current subscribers. I really appreciate your love and support to this channel. Welcome to new viewers, and hopefully you all turn into subscribers as well. I always appreciate the support. And welcome all cross-watchers. You know, it's always a welcomed opportunity to have new people stop in and check out, you know, the content and the messages. My intent is always to download messages of healing, inspiration, and guidance for you. So that way you can have a better understanding on which direction to take, you know, if you're experiencing challenges and obstacles in your lives, which many of us are. I don't think there's no such thing as one person having a completely perfect life where it's like, all is good. I don't need healing guidance or inspiration or so forth and so forth. So, okay, so first up is a message from Archangel Haniel. This is a message of passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Yeah, you have the sword energy in the beginning of the reading. Central to you, you are the Two of Swords reversed. You're struggling with a decision. Your environment is a Two of Pentacles, which is all about decisions, prioritizing, okay? You're making decisions to walk away, you're hesitating with it, but you have to follow your passions for your love life and your career. What makes you happy? Follow that energy of happiness and you won't be steered in the wrong direction. You'll be guided to exactly where you need to be. Archangel Sandalphon is bringing you a message of victory. Victory's on the horizon. Believe it, trust it, align with it. It's there for you. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. And creative writing from Archangel Gabriel. Start writing. Write everything down. Remember I told you in the beginning of the reading, journal. Journal the decisions you have to make, the issues, do pros and cons. Write it out. Creative writing is also about tapping into your own personal energy. Write down your hopes and dreams. Get creative with your life. What do you want that to look like? The message here is make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or a book. Yeah. Okay, Taurus. So I think this was a great reading for you all. I think the messages came through for you and there's some clear guidance on how to proceed and what to do. All right, so thank you all. Thank you for stopping by and supporting the channel. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Click the bell so that way you're notified of when I release new content. Have a great rest of June. Happy solstice. I'll see you in July for the solar eclipse. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.